So what does it mean to be an outlier or a purple cow or a unicorn? Let's just get into what Malcolm Gladwell has as a definition. And it's not his, this is a typical definition. It works. An outlier, one, something that is situated away from or classed differently from a main or related body. Number two, a statistical observation that is markedly different in value from the others of the sample. And again, that's just from the introduction of Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers. So if I had to just try to explain what a source player is, those of us who are not from this particular game, stage, or matrix, this is not our origin point. This is not our starting point zero. Earth is not our beginning or our ending. Earth is some place that we're visiting, but it's not somewhere that we ever plan to stay. Source players, whether you're on a stage or just here to play a game, we're not bound by scripts. We can go off script. We can improvise at will. Now, again, this does depend on how far you are in your own development. Some source players don't even know that they're source players, which is why I'm really excited to do this, because I've met source players who are bound by something that is either blocking or erasing your memories, and you can't remember who you are. But you might be a source player. You never know. I can say that we can switch roles, we can switch scenes, we can switch games at will. So people will look at my career and say, well, how did you go from engineering and technology into fashion and art into philanthropy, and now you're getting into collegiate education, psychology, and coaching? And I said, yes, because I can do that. Think about Earth as just like a really big game board. When you go to the amusement park, you don't just ride one ride over and over and over. You select, you choose from the different experiences that you want. And that's what we can do. Again, some of you guys are source players who are stuck in your conditioning, and you have been doing the same thing over and over and over, and it's causing so much discomfort, so much anxiety and anger. Maybe it's time for you to kind of switch it up, you know? Another really important thing about source players, we are not these bodies. These bodies for us are literally avatars. We are the soul. So you may hear me interchangeably say me or my, not in reference to the book, but just me or my and the soul. But the soul is not separate from me, and I am not separate from the soul. I am the soul inside of a body. The same way a car doesn't drive itself unless it's autonomous or AI. Someone has to get inside that car and drive it. Again, these people call them vessels. Again, I want to be careful with language, because some of that language does come from cults and other psychological techniques to promote the group thought, the hive mind, the collective. So I'm careful about saying like this is a vessel. To an extent it is, but I want to back away from that. I'll call it somewhat of a tool. It's a tool that you, the soul, can use to walk around Earth and play the different games or get on the different stages. So it can be a tool, it can be an instrument. It is a body, it is an avatar, but we are not the body. Matter of fact, I'll save that for later. I don't want to skip ahead. So, you following? Okay, good.